Today I'm gonna do a time travel with you guys, and this is going to be way back, and that's the whole reason why you can see the entire video in black and white. Yes, I am gonna take you guys at least 60-65 years ago from now and show you something which will never ever go out of fashion. And I'll see you guys right after this intro video. Wow, and welcome back to another brand new episode of Never Out of Fashion on Wow. And I'm Girish, and the display seems to be black and white still. Yes, because we are in the 50s. Yes, exactly. Today I have the Lambretta LI 150 from the 50s, and what a machine is this. What a beauty is this. I know you would want to enjoy watching it in color, so let me switch on to the color version right away. Welcome back, guys. And this motorcycle, or this scooter for that matter, is 55-year-old scooter. That's a lot. That is a lot. And it is stock condition. Come back to a stock condition. And also the bore is never bored. It is a single bore. And in the last 55 years, this has only seen two owners. That is the current owner of the scooter and the person who sold the scooter to the current owner. The current owner does not want to reveal his name, and that's why I can't get him on the video. But then he's bought the entire scooter back to stock. Yes, in the course of time, a lot of parts been replaced in all of it, but it is back to stock, and there are certain things in this scooter even today which is from the stock. And I'm going to give you a up close look of the things which are even today from the day one. That is the way it came out of the factory, or the way it was assembled in India. So this saw life from 50s till 74 in India. So that was the time during which the Lambretta was there in India, and post which API bought over the license, and they introduced something called Lambi in India in 1974. But till 74, you used to get all the scooters from Italy, from the Milan factory, and that was CKD, and this is one of that. This is a 65 model, and it is completely knocked down unit which is there. And like I told you, there are certain special things about this that is even today from the factory itself. So let's get a little close onto this scooter and tell you more about this scooter, and I'll tell you a little more also why the scooter got so famous. This is a 150cc scooter powered with 6.6 horsepower. So I'm not going to give RPMs and your Newton meters and all, because that does not hold good for such machines. But then I'm just giving you to know what is the power. And this used to do a decent 90 kilometers per hour maximum speed. And this was mated with a 4-speed gear, which was knocked with your hand and not the leg. Yes, that was the beauty of this scooter. So how you had the column shift for those old cars, this scooter has a hand shift gearing, which is there in current scooters as well. But then this is where it all started. And let's get a little closer with the scooter and show you more about this. So let's talk about the odo. So this is the original odometer which came with the scooter, and this is by Vegilia, which is world's #1 scooter odo manufacturer, and they were the sole manufacturer for the entire Lambretta series. So these were the official Italian guys who made the odo, and this is a stock odo, and the odo reads in miles per hour and not kilometers per hour. So the entire reading is miles per hour. It's as old as like 55 years, so that's the reason it may not be as clear it should be. But then let me try to get you the most clear view. Then let's get on to the left hand side, and this is the clutch, and then you shift it up, the first gear, shift it down, second, third and fourth, and then you again come back. You have this line here which comes back to neutral. If you come on to the right hand side, you have the horn button, you have the headlight on and switch off button, and then you have the dim and dip button, and then you have the mirror here. Now look at the headlight. So the headlight is replaced, and it is an original API headlight. So this used to come with Sentia headlight, but then that has been replaced. And then one more very important thing is this original Lambretta logo which is there in the front. That is the original Lambretta logo. And one more key thing, if you observe, these scooters never came with indicators, so you don't have the indicators at all. So hand signal was one of the key thing during those days, and all the riders during those days. And look at that beauty. The original color of this scooter was similar to this, and it has been bought back to that. And this is a MYX registration. And if you look at your right hand side, you'll see the Lambretta LI 150 being mentioned. And if you go to the rest of the motorcycle, so you'll see on those side panels you have Lambretta been written, and then you have a small holder on the complete extreme end which you can lock it down and open the entire cover, and you can see the engine. So this particular scooter or the entire series came with a tubular chassis. So there were 3 series in the LI 150 version. So series 1, 2 and 3. So this is a series 2 scooter and came with a double seat. And also one more important thing was about the stepney. So this scooter came with a complete stepney. Look at the fuel tank. So this is the fuel opener, and then you have the regular non-secured tap which you open and you can fuel it. And this is about 6 to 6.5 liter tank capacity. Not sure about that, I can check and put that into the description. Without the side panel, and this is the complete inside skeleton of this motorcycle with the tubular chassis. And this carburetor is an original carburetor, and this is a manufacturer called Delorto from Italy, and that's the original carburetor which is still there on this scooter. And if you look at the fuel tap, it's a completely brass made fuel tap which is customized to this scooter, and this was eventually upgraded to a brass fit to order or made to order kind of a thing. And if you think or guess what is this particular portion, if you guess what it is an aluminium air vent which was completely designed for this, to keep the engine cool when you are at some momentum or some kind of speed. So that's what this particular aluminium air vent does. And for all those Italian shopaholics and also Indian, this came as a stock, the fruit basket, to make sure you could carry a lot of stuff when you go out in the market to shop. And this is the floor brake that comes with this motorcycle, or the scooter, what I can call it. And then you have 2 more knobs here. One is the fuel knob and the other is the choke. So this is now on off. You get it to the center is on, and if you get it to the bottom it's reserve. And then you have this toolbox here. So this was well equipped even then. It had a style quotient, it had a utility quotient, and it also performed extremely well. Now let me tell you a little more about this particular thing, the knob, which is very typical to Italian motorcycle. If you look at the inner side, this particular unit is completely brass, and if you look at other manufacturer or other scooter, that is a metal piece. So this is very, very typical and unique to these Lambretta only. This is a brass piece. Similarly here as well, the knob locking system inside is a brass piece, which is very unique to this scooter. Now let's look at the kicker part of it. So this is the kicker, and I'm also gonna turn it on and show you how this particular scooter sounds. And that's how this scooter sounds. And again, like I mentioned last time also, it's lockdown time, due to which I will not be able to ride this scooter around, but I think I've given enough information about this scooter that I don't need to ride the scooter and tell you more about it. And there's a small little bit something that I want to tell you. I'm going to come back to the screen and tell you more about that. So that was up close with this scooter, telling you all the nitty-gritties and the bits and bobs of this scooter. And the reason this scooter, or this kind of scooter, took very well during 50s, 60s, 70s was ease of riding the scooter. So if you are a suited up guy, to get onto a motorcycle was very difficult to get on your suit, and getting onto the motorcycle was tough. So with this, it was ease of sitting onto the motorcycle, and the power that delivered was so good that people loved riding this. And the second reason was the women riders. During the 50s and 60s, there was a good considerable number of women riders who got into this scooter riding or motorcycle riding. And again, for those women, it was very easy to get onto scooter if they were on a skirt or anything of that fashionable clothing. So scooter made a perfect sense to own, and that was one of the major reason why Lambretta or Vespa picked so much. This is all I have to say about this motorcycle. It's hot day and I'm sweating like pig. And if you're new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon to make sure you get an update on every video that I do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until the next time, bye bye.